Welcome to partialarc.com. Don't do that.
In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war.
And two idiots join the Inquisition. Dark Heresy! Welcome back to another episode of Dark Heresy. As the Imperial Scribe of this vessel, I am so excited to be documenting the many adventures of Andrew Dickinger, Shepard Toombs, and the Servo-Skull companion, Daniel Fernandez. When you last left them, our boys had made their way inside Atrus's fortress, but came in contact with several cloaked enemies. After surviving the encounter, it was revealed that not only did these creatures resemble the Xenos faction known as Tau, but they appeared to be mutated somehow. Has Atrus been meddling with forces beyond his control? And if so, are our boys too late to stop him? Let's find out.
Alright, Daniel, I think I reloaded the fire extinguisher just right, and I believe I set everything back. Are your systems working?
Right.
Seems good.
Alright,
Inject myself.
What are you doing? Oh my god!
Okay, that hurts.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone actually inject themselves before.
Right, but I did manage to get you back up 8 hit points and got myself back up to 10 hit points.
I think that's going to be very
10
necessary.
wounds, I should say.
Yeah, they're not called hit points. So what...
Thanks, Daniel.
Yeah, I'm not getting anything from any of the other teams. I think there might be... Hopefully it's just because the communications are being jammed inside this facility.
Of course, that's the only reason
And
that
totally
the
not
communications could be down.
Warp interference.
Or they're all...
I immediately run up to the door and start pushing buttons.
The door to Atrus's quarters?
I'll push the open door button. Does something happen?
A little display appears on it. Says, "Oh, hello, gentlemen." And it's Atrus on the other side. You've come at a very inopportune time. I'm going to have to ask you to leave. Come back in a little bit. I'm working on an experiment at the moment. Thank you.
And does it just hang up?
And it just, the screen disappears.
I was going to say, it's very polite, but we're definitely breaking in right now.
All right, so I'm going to pull the electronic door control apart.
Okay.
And I'm going to do a tech use check.
Okay. It's going to be a -20.
It's a -20?
Yeah.
He's a crafty man.
Yeah.
Well, Daniel, you're going to help me,
Okay.
which gives me a +10, so it's only a -10. And I have a +30, so
Okay.
I still have a +20 on top of that. Oh, yes.
What'd you get?
I got a 45, and with a +20, I needed a 58.
Excellent.
So,
All right. The door slides open.
so no experiment. It's time. Comeuppance time.
Are you just saying this? Do we see
Into the
Atrus?
door. Is
Into the doorway?
he even there?
Atrus is sitting at his desk. He's pressing something on like a display terminal, and he seems kind of distracted. Look, you have no idea what you're doing right now. You're going to ruin everything. You need to stop. Look, I know we have some issues, but you need to stop right now. I don't have time to kill you at the moment, so please, just go along your way.
Yes, obviously we're trying to ruin everything. That is part of this plan, literally. So if you could just come over here, we can make this very quick. I promise I have a high A++ rating when it comes to headshots. You won't feel a thing. So if you just want to walk right over here, we can just solve this right now.
Atrus stands up. He raises his hand, shows that he is unarmed. He has like a couple rings on, but he is unarmed. And he has his robe, and he comes around the desk. His hands are
How
up.
is he dressed right now?
He is in his inquisitorial robe, but it's very wrinkled. It looks, and his hair seems to be a little matted. It looks like he hasn't cleaned himself in a while.
Is he wearing a hat? An inquisitorial hat?
No, his hat is actually sitting on the desk. Yes. I know he does have
His
a very
true
nice
source
hat.
of power, as we know.
His true source of power.
on that.
Yeah. Look, could you please, at the moment, we have forces on the other side in the warp retrieving souls. So you need to stop this right now so I can make sure that my agents can get back so we can get the souls so we can put them back into bodies. So you need to just stop this, tell the rest of your group that's causing all the trouble to stop this, and we could just be done, okay? I don't have a problem with you. You killed one of my replicae, that's fine. One of my soldiers, that's fine. But you need to go right now.
Are you telling me that Tau was one of yours?
Oh yes, that wasn't a Tau. It's part Tau. I used some Tau DNA.
Gross. All right. Question, Atrus. You said you're retrieving souls from the warp? Why would we let you do that? We don't want you making some weird kind of ghost army or what have you.
No. You don't. Don't you see? Don't you see what I'm doing here? It's the culmination of everything. So when you die, and you'll die someday. That's not a threat. It's just a thing.
Yes, I understand how the mortal coil works.
Yes. Your soul will go to the warp, and shortly thereafter, it will be devoured by the warp, by demons.
I've heard there's some nice places in the warp, right? Wait a second. Where do people go when they die?
The Emperor will... The priest will tell you that if you believe in the Emperor, you will be by the Emperor's side, but that's a bunch of nonsense. The only way to your soul not to be devoured is to keep it out of the warp. So I have found a way to make sure that souls don't get devoured. Well, I mean, there's always a chance when you die, but by sending in...
Atrus just knocked on wood on his desk.
Yes, I just... he is like very, very losing it. By going in to the warp and finding the souls and entrapping them in an artificial soul stone that I created through my technology, we could bring it back. And then instead of having a ghost army, like you said, because I don't give a shit about ghosts, okay? By examining, we create a clone body, and then we put the soul back into the clone body, and then, hooray, death is cured. I am curing death. Do you understand that? I am curing death. And once death is cured, humanity will move into a new golden age. We won't need to rely on the Emperor. We don't need to rely on all this stuff, and things can get better, okay? So please, let me do what I am trying to do.
Well, I can tell you one thing, and this is unfortunate for you, because I don't think I've properly introduced myself. Shepard Toombs, consulting assassin, and my business is the business of death. So if you're curing death, as it were, I got to tell you that's going to hurt my bottom line quite a bit, Mr. Atrus. So I think you've had quite an interesting run of it. You certainly look a bit out of sorts, so if you could just step over here, we can, let you rest a little bit.
Shut up, I'm talking to Andrew. Andrew, this right here, and he gestures at a necklace that he has. This right here, I keep this close to me because it's my greatest success and also my greatest failure. Do you know what I have right here?
I've already been told.
I don't quite know what you mean. This is your friend Jay's soul that I have right here.
Oh, I know. You won't believe who told me.
Goodness. That chaos god of yours. No.
Yeah. Yeah, it was Gozer. Gozer definitely deemed to inform me that his body is being infinitely, unless that was some kind of vision, infinitely tortured in hell, and that you have been holding his soul this whole time.
Yes, and for that you should thank me. I don't hear, thank you, Atrus, for saving the soul of my friend. Huh?
I mean, that's a pretty nice thing to do. I don't know anything about the situation. I just wanted to cut in. It seemed real tense there for a moment.
And I will have you know that he is not the first soul that I tried to put back into a body. I've been waiting until I mastermind the process to make sure that Jay is back in a very normal human body. At this point, the human bodies have been rejecting the souls going back into them. We've had to rely on other means, but we've been using the replicate technology that I have. Not only have I created Tau-esque bodies to go into the warp, and then nobody sees them when they go into the warp. They're so dim that they don't shine in the warp, and you give them stealth suits to make them the perfect beings to go into the warp, get the souls, and bring them back. So I have your friend's soul here, okay? And I don't mean this as a threat, but you should let me do my work so I can save your friend and save the Imperium, okay? So please, my sort of Tau need constant supervision at the moment, so please, Let me get back to my work.
I just have one question for you.
Yes?
How do you expect to convince the trillions, not only the Inquisition, beyond yourself, that this is a viable action?
I think showing people that I have cured death will be a pretty inspiring thing, but I've also been building up political favor here and there. But please, I need you to stop now, okay? I've proven that I can do this. Admittedly, it was a human soul that went into an Eldar body. The Eldar react to the souls better. But I've already done it once. I could do it again, and I just need to improve it. So please, tell your team to stop doing whatever it is they're doing. Oh, goodness. And you see like a red light appearing on his panel. Like, oh, goodness. They're in the reactor, aren't they?
I mean, they might be in the reactor. You never know.
No comment.
Okay, well, I will have to activate the rest of my stealth troops to deal with that. I'm sorry about that. He puts his finger to his ear.
As he goes to put his finger to his ear, you see Shepard Toombs kind of cocks the hammer on his hotshot last pistol. It doesn't have a hammer. It's he just
Makes
kind of
a visible noise.
he flips the switch on the safety of his hotshot last pistol.
Oh, okay. And his hands go back up. He had gotten very casual. His hands had been down, but his hands are back up.
Listen, I understand we're all having a good back and forth here, but I'm not going to let you call in reinforcements on our allies, you understand?
Okay, well, I'm sure that my other lieutenants will be able to figure that out.
Now listen, clearly that you have something we want, or something Andrew wants. I have a contract to fulfill, so I feel like there might be an opportunity for a good trade, right?
I don't quite see what your trade is, except for leave me alone and I'll cure death for you. I feel like you're not dealing with the fact here that I can cure death. Cure death. That's what this has all been. Okay? So please, leave me alone.
Andrew, this is your friend in a necklace. What do you want to do?
God damn it. You put me in between a rock and a hard place, Atrus.
No, it's not a difficult choice, Andrew.
No, it is a difficult choice.
Why do you need to kill me? Because
Okay.
my brat daughter wants me dead because she doesn't understand my vision?
Okay, hold on. Let's cut around and identify all the pieces here. You're saying that by curing death, that's a good thing.
Yes.
Okay. What happens with rampant disease that then kills entire populations that then they get put into bodies that a rampant disease just continues to happen? Are you healing everybody? No, you're just putting them into new bodies. What happens when that technology fails? What happens when, the Chaos Gods, who are apparently beefed up by worshippers, are now undying
I'm not... Look...
and infinitely worshipping them?
I didn't say I'd be able to cure all death everywhere yet. It will be a process that we build on. But by increasing scientific knowledge and research, which is something that we do not do enough as humans, we can make things better. I've rediscovered technology and improved upon it. I've taken technology used by all sorts of various Xenos and incorporated it into mine. That is the way forward. It is evolving. It is improving. It is not stagnant.
Shepard's gonna do a inquiry check.
Yes.
To see if everything he's saying is above the level.
Yes.
Basically he's giving on a good speech here,
Yes, yes.
but is it
Yeah.
concealing a different agenda?
Yeah.
So, fellowship check. Oh, wait. If I do a +10, I can get it. I think this is worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to spend a fate point to do a +10 to pass my inquiry. Does this guy look like he's telling the truth?
He is, but the process is not nearly as far along, and it still has a lot of... You could tell that it's not quite as ready as he is making it sound. He seems to be constantly glancing back over at the computer panel where there's a team that's literally in the warp right now trying to get souls, which is weird. You don't even quite understand. He hasn't explained the whole thing to you yet.
Right.
But he seems to be very nervous about that. Very clearly, this is not... The process could maybe work someday, but at this point, it is very clearly not quite there yet.
Well, this is certainly an interesting place to be. And Atrus, as much as I appreciate your attempts to improve the Imperium as a whole, I think you're biting off a bit more than you can chew, wouldn't you say? These experiments aren't quite as far along as you're indicating.
I don't... Even if that is the case, we need to...
The question is, what's the immediate cost, Atrus? I was hired on board. I'm not cheap, I can tell you that, to take down yourself because you've been causing quite a few big waves in terms of attacking people, abducting others, killing many.
Yes, I've made a few enemies here and there, but it's all for the greater good. Ironically, to use that phrase. I have pissed off the Tau as well. Anyway. I needed to acquire some of their genetic material originally. Traded with them, but some of their traders didn't make it back. But regardless...
I feel it's interesting, to come back to that, the whole thanking you for saving his Jay's Soulstone, or Jay's soul in a Soulstone, or whatever that combination of technology means. Yet, the entire situation that caused that to happen was in fact your fault. Pretty explicitly.
Okay, let's be clear here. That is an attack by the craft world that was the biggest problem.
No. I was there, sir. You were not. Your little fat bastard was also there who tried to kill us and died. But...
I need you both to make awareness checks.
Cool. Holy shit, I actually pass. Rolled a 14. Unless it has minuses.
Oh, that's pretty good, actually.
It does not.
Okay.
That was a pretty good roll. My perception is actually terrible, though. 44. I rolled a 47, so I do not see what's about to happen.
You have a 44 perception?
I have a 34 perception with a plus 10 because my
How
awareness
is my perception better than yours?
Assassins. They can only focus on one thing at a time, They're really good at stealth, really good at dodging.
You say really good at stealth, but...
Hey.
And you hear a voice come in from the hallway, is coming in, and it looks like they were trying to get the jump on you, but you heard them coming in. He says, I was there too. And a Eldar is charging at you. It has a sword and a shuriken weapon in its hand.
It's charging at Andrew.
And this thing is talking with a sort of weird voice. It doesn't quite sound like the lilting Eldar that you normally hear. It sounds like a more firm sort of voice.
Can I do some kind of check to hear if this is Cirrus?
It's Cirrus.
Oh boy.
All right, and I'm like, I immediately whip around because I already have my bolt gun at the ready. I immediately whip around and said, I'm ready to kill you twice, motherfucker.
Cirrus, wait. I'll kill him right now.
You ain't killing shit, fat man.
You'll notice that I'm much more svelte now.
Yeah, quite lithe.
I'm confused. Is this Eldar person someone that you knew previously?
He was like you could say, quite minor lord on a planet, obsessed with cheese and wines, and decided to betray and in fact cause the inevitable death of my friend Jay.
Oh, so shoot him then, right?
Murder is perfectly acceptable.
Please, just reconsider one last time. Look, you saw him die, and this is him right here. Wave at them, Cirrus. Tell them it's you. It's me. Can I kill them now? What's going on? No, you're the triumph. You're the proof. You know that Cirrus was dead, and there he is right there.
Yeah, and I'm not happy about him being alive again. This is the whole picture you're not seeing here, is that if no one ever dies, then nothing ever gets fixed. There's no progress.
Well, I'm not going to cure death for the bad people, just for the good people.
Just for the people you choose. Including this son of a bitch.
At this point, yes, the technology will improve over...
So, okay.
Look, I'm done with this, and he charges at you, and the two rings on his hand turn into weapons.
Yeah, son of a bitch.
Fucking digital weapons, god damn it.
All right, I guess we're doing this.
Roll for initiative.
That wasn't very good this time.
God damn it.
I got a 7.
I also got a 7. And I believe you go first because I believe your agility is higher.
My agility is higher, yeah.
What is your agility?
45.
It's not 30?
Nope. I'm crafty.
All right. Cirrus is going to go straight at Andrew.
Of course.
So he's not going to use his sword. He's going to use his shuriken catapult that he has in his hand. Again, adapted Eldar technology. Their hands work better in these sort of guns instead of large Imperial weapons. And he is going to use the Blade Storm ability on it, which means instead of rolling to hit, it's going to have a spray like a flamethrower.
Oh boy.
Good.
The wielder does not need to test ballistic skill. All creatures within the weapon's path, which is going to be Andrew, need to make a challenging agility test or suffer one hit from the weapon.
Good. My best stat. So I need to roll a 31 or lower.
You've got this. I believe in you.
Dice gods be with me. Damn it. That's a 52.
Oh, no.
Do I want to re-roll that?
You know what? You don't have to. It jams.
Yes. Well,
He runs up to you, pulls out his gun, pulls the trigger.
As it happens, I do a really dramatic head turn towards Atrus. Superior technology, huh?
That's what you get for being a faux Eldar, you idiot.
He doesn't have those engines.
I guess not.
Which is, by the way, on all of our weapons.
Sick.
All right. Well, Inquisitor Atrus is going to go.
Oh, man. That rolled so fast.
Well, we also rolled terrible.
True. They got the jump on us. He pulled those sick guns out of his cool little rings.
Probably just should have shot him in the face.
Yes, probably. It was what I was indicating.
All right. He's going to use his digital flamer against you, Shepard.
Oh, boy.
Is the flamer like a cone effect weapon?
Yes.
Okay, so I would say that unless he really moved out of the way, that Cirrus was like directly behind us. Is he in the path of that flamer?
No, because he doesn't want to hit Cirrus. That's why who's right next to you.
Oh, that's
aiming
specifically at Tombs?
Yeah,
Oh.
that's why he's aiming at Tombs, to not hit.
All right, challenging agility test. Here we go.
You got it.
Well, I rolled a 94, so I would say I do not got it.
All right, let's see how that damage goes.
Do you have a reroll?
I do have more fate points, but I'm hoping this fire isn't as bad.
Okay, does not jam, sorry. 13, pen 2.
Oh, I'm back exactly at 0 again. 8 wounds. Awesome.
Make it a agility test to not catch on fire.
Oh, man.
Should have rerolled, I think.
There we
You
go.
had almost a 50% chance.
I'm going to use a fate point to re-roll that.
To not catch on fire?
Yes,
That
to
seems
not
like a
catch
good
on
decision.
fire. I failed. That's a 74.
Okay, so you're on fire.
Great.
Character's on fire. He suffers 1d10 energy damage, ignoring armor, and suffers 1 level of fatigue each round. So it doesn't ignore your toughness, technically.
It does not ignore your toughness.
So it ignores your armor, though.
Well, no matter what, I'm going into critical damage.
Yes.
Well, no, maybe he rolls low enough that your toughness just blocks it.
Very possible.
2 damage.
Yes! I do block it.
And you suffer 1 level of fatigue until the
Oh.
fire is extinguished.
Go, boy.
So they're done.
Yeah.
Can Daniel do an emergency action and activate his fire
We did
extinguisher?
reload that fire extinguisher.
I mean, you'll have to reload it another time, but sure, I'll shoot it out.
Yes!
So, Shepard, you're no longer on fire.
Who thought that would come in so much handy? It's amazing.
All right, so it's Shepard and Andrew. I don't recall which one of you goes
Shepard
first.
goes first.
it'll be
Shepard
me
goes
first.
first.
His agility is considerably higher than mine.
Yes.
Oh, I have a special ability called Never Quit, which is double toughness bonus for fatigue checks. So even if I was going to be fatigued, I'm not.
Okay.
In your face. Anyways, here I go. So pull out I had them out already,
Yeah.
but I aim my 2 hot shot last pistols right at Atrus's face. There's even the armor on his face.
You said he was in robes and disheveled
He
hair.
does not have any on his face.
He's in robes and a giant metal helmet.
He does have like a body glove underneath his robe, but that doesn't affect his.
But not on his face.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 pistols right at his face. Here we go.
Semi-auto?
Semi-auto, point blank. Let's do this thing.
Number 1.
That's a 92.
So you miss. I mean, you take the other shot. You had 2 pistols.
I really should retain that last fate point for another flamer that's going to hit me. So, next pistol. I have a really good... Oh my god, an 88! A 92 and then an 88?
I mean, do damage?
I don't even with all my bonuses, I don't.
No, I mean, like, re-roll?
No, I want to keep that fate point to not get killed by a flamer attack.
Okay.
Oh, wait. I have 4 fate points. I don't have 3. Why did I keep thinking I have 3?
You have 4. I have 1.
I have 4 fate points. Yes, I will re-roll that one.
Okay, use it up now.
All right. 74. It's not amazing, but it's enough to hit. Jeez, I'm slowly making my way down. Yeah, that'll be 1.
Okay. As you fire, you see he has a force field that sort of is coming up.
Man.
But your shot pierces the force field.
Sick.
The way the force field works is there is a 30% chance every time you shoot at him that it will be absorbed.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's Scatterfield. Cool.
It is, it's a refractor field.
Refractor Field.
It's a
Sorry,
refractor
Scatterfield
field.
is the Elder one. Refractor Field is the Imperial one.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's shoot this guy with a gun.
Also, if he rolls a 1, it sabotages. Or it breaks down.
7 energy damage, Pen. 7.
To what?
His
To his face.
Called shot.
Oh, right. That was the whole thing. 7 pen 7. Okay. He's not the healthiest guy in the world. Like, he's not dead, but that... Don't you see what I'm doing? I'm just trying to help.
Told you it would have been easier. I have an A++ rating. You could have just sat there and it would have been all over with.
Serious, you have no idea how much I'm going to enjoy this. So I'm going to call shot on his face and do semi-auto at point-blank range.
Okay.
Because I also have
He
precision.
is wearing a helmet. I should know. But
I mean, I assume so, but I do have precision killer, and the head, unless they have like adamantium super helmet, head is usually less protected. So let's see.
Well, as everybody knows, a Guardian is the most well-protected Eldar in the 40K universe.
I'm gonna
this isn't a Guardian.
I'm gonna re-roll that. That is just enough to get 2 hits.
Okay, well, he's going to try to dodge.
Please don't dodge twice.
He can only dodge once. But he can dodge really well because he has unnatural agility.
Well, I hope he fails.
Apparently his fatness is built into his psyche because he rolled a 96. He's not able
we
to
didn't
dodge.
see this, but a few minutes ago, he was just sitting and just eating just so much cheese and drinking so much wine. He's like shit-faced right now.
Yeah.
He is barely fitting into that Wraithbone fucking mesh suit.
Even the Eldar physiology is having a hard time digesting that much cheese.
All right, well, damage time.
Yeah.
That's a Righteous Fury.
How do you do that?
He rolls 2 dice. I mean, there's a chance
I guess
for it to
you're right. I
happen.
guess you're right. Yeah, yeah.
So the first shot does 22 pen 4 to the face.
Okay. What's the second shot do?
Not as well. 8 pen 4 to the face.
Man, those are some big swings in damage.
Righteous Fury adds a lot.
One like cracks his helmet, the other one just like bounces off.
It was a nerf shot. The second was a nerf shot.
What was
There
the
was a nerf
second? What
bullet
was
in
the
there.
second damage again?
8 pen 4.
The target ceases to exist in any tangible way, entirely turning into a kind of bright red mist that spreads through
That's
the surrounding area.
fucking right.
You cannot get much deader than this.
Yeah, permadeath. I call it.
He can't get much deader than this. He's died twice.
He ran up to you, his gun jammed, and then you just blew him up.
But it was literally like the pause of him clicking the trigger twice and nothing happening, and me just raising the fucking bolt
Just
gun to his
amazing
face.
being like, this is my moment. I've got a new body, new weapons, and click, 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 and then just exploded his head.
Look, Cirrus is not a fighter, clearly.
All right, well, that was me.
Oh, do you know how much work I put into that?
Still satisfying.
He's going to use his needler on you, Shepard. Single shot.
Haha, in your face, I'm used to serrated needles.
Especially for me.
Well, I've also got some obscura that I keep on me at all times, you know, for a good evening in.
He's going to use his fate point to re-roll that.
Oh, man. He's got fate points?
Yes,
We're
he's-
screwed.
He has the trait touched by fate.
Oh, no. Emperor, don't help him.
Just enough to hit you with 1.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Here we go. Dodging.
Well, I mean, it only shoots 1. Like, I shouldn't... the needler doesn't shoot full auto needles.
That would be terrifying.
That's Dark Eldar technology.
Here we go. Trying to dodge. Oh, that looks good. 23. Yes, I do dodge. So just dodge out of the way as this needle is
All right, a razor-sharp needle flies through it, just, like, embeds itself into a very nice-looking table that has a winery come out of it, like a map.
When he hits it, does the table separate? And like
the table separates, and you remember. Well, you don't remember this, Shepard, but Andrew, you may remember examining this table and thinking it was pretty nice back in the day.
I do remember the wine bar. Yes.
Yeah, the wine bar built into the table.
Still nice.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this.
as he fires and damages his wine table, he's like, wait, now I want to talk.
Shepard. That's all I say.
Yes, I'm going to kill the man who just shot a needler at me. Whatever the hell that thing is. Here we go. Again, semi-auto at his face. Let's try this again. But with feeling. And accuracy, maybe.
Are you saying that we should talk to him? Is that the...
No, I mean, you do what you want on your turn. He's reacting now. Go for it.
Yeah, Shepard's reacting. He's mad.
Yeah, Shepard is doing what he should probably do when somebody shoots at him.
The first shot misses. How do I keep rolling above an 80?
Master Assassin, huh?
Yeah, Master Assassin. Here we go. Other gun, though. I've got two guns. All right, that's a 27. So that is
That's
two
hits.
shots.
That's definitely 2 shots.
The field blocks one of the shots, and the other shot makes it through.
Okay. God.
Sorry, that's just how it works.
No, I know. That's 11 energy damage, pen 7. To the face.
Maybe we should have shot him in the arms and like cut his arms off with the weapons.
Jeez.
Man, it sounds brutal, but I mean...
Grimdark. Shepard is getting shot by needles right now. His muscles only have one reflex, and it's go for the head every time.
He's not at critical damage yet.
Okay, but I get a good shot on him.
Oh, yes, it really hurt. His face is a little messed up now. He ain't so pretty anymore.
GM question.
Yeah?
I think we've only ever done this once before.
Yeah?
Is it possible to do non-lethal damage in this format?
Not with any of the weapons you have.
So I can't like bonk...
I hit him with the pillowy end of my hammer.
I can't bonk him with the hammer and just stun him.
I just want to aim for the part of his head where it has the sleepy button.
No.
You know how humans have this sleepy button on the top of their head, or if you hit it just right,
Listen, I'm gonna
they fall asleep.
Listen, I'm gonna hit him in the sleepy button. It'll all work out. I whip out my Thunder Maul and activate it, and I'm like, talk about what? You just tried to kill us.
To be fair, you came in here to try and kill me.
You have tried to kill me multiple times and in fact succeeded in killing my friend.
I did not do that. That was serious.
Are you trying to say that it was not your orders, or it was your orders, but you weren't there, so technically it's not your fault? Is that what you're trying to argue right now? And I like bring the hammer above my head.
Wait. If I die, all of the beings, you're not going to be able to command any of the replicate on this facility. They only answer to me. If I die, like, they're all going to go nuts and just start killing everything.
I look at Toombs.
Do you want that? Do you want everybody on this station? I don't have too many of my own loyal troops
Take
left
your rings
anymore.
off right now. Now.
Okay. Oh, okay. And the digital weapons sort of go back into his rings, and he puts them both on the table.
Deactivate your refractor field.
Okay. He presses something on the back of his neck.
And then I walk him over to his table at the computer. You have one chance. You turn them all off now.
That's not how it works. It's not that they're
I'm raising it higher above my head.
They respond to my voice. You see?
Okay,
They respond to my genetic code.
You call them. Tell them to go away.
To where?
Not here. To the lab. I don't give a shit.
While you guys are having this conversation, Shepard is like basically like holding a hand to his chest where like he was just hit with fire, and basically walks over and puts his finger to his earpiece to check in. Mello Tiernan, can you hear me?
Yes, we've taken down the reactor and the security systems. Everything should be offline now.
Is the station essentially ready to explode if need be?
I was trying to get in touch with you. It sounded like you were in the middle of something, but we could set the station to explode. I can't guarantee how long it's going to take. This looks very unstable at the moment. It seems to be going at like full capacity. I don't quite know what's going on here.
What do you mean it's going at full capacity?
It's powering some sort of massive energy surge. It must be trying to... I only see this like in warp drives or warp engines or something.
Alright, so it could have some negative effect on the warp.
But that means that it probably could blow up pretty easily.
That's what I'm thinking as well. The thing is, apparently Atrus might have some dangerous agents on this station. But
Oh, I know. The Tau things?
yes, you ran into those as well.
Yes, they're like part Tau, part human. They're disgusting.
Yes, pretty disgusting. Did you happen to run into any, like, empty Eldar vessels or anything like that?
No, can't say I have.
Okay, keep an eye out. There's these weird Eldar with human souls or whatever wandering around.
I mean, maybe they'd be in a lab or something. I don't know. Meanwhile, you're getting another call in. Guys, I haven't found any armor, and there's a lot of them here. I don't know how well this is going. And you hear sounds of fire and pulse cannons and yelling and sword slashing coming from the other team. There's like 80 of them. We're doing an okay job here, but we're taking some losses. Mitsir's down. I don't quite know what's going on there. We need some... Could you get us some backup? I'd love some backup.
Yes, Junpei, don't worry. We're going to figure out some backup. We'll have it handled. Hold on, and turn around. Atrus, call back your troops now, or I finish the job.
If you're you're just gonna kill me anyway.
Not necessarily. I'm a contract man. We could run a contract right here.
I have my hammer or my maul raised high above my head, and I say, I will give you my word you will live if you call them back now.
I will have you know, I can't even get in touch with them because you shut off my security system.
What do you mean we shut off your security system?
Didn't something happen in the reactor? I can't get in touch with any of my security system.
Oh, all right. Yes, we did do that. That was us.
Tell them to turn it back on.
I don't know if it's going to be that easy. Mello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you switch the security system back on by chance?
Yes. Are you sure you want me to
We
do
might
that?
need it in case to bring and kind of recall these Tau creatures. We have Atrus cornered here, and he's willing to negotiate and call back these creatures for us.
So you need me to turn the security back on?
Yes, turn the security system back on.
Can I do an inquiry check on Atrus to make sure he's telling the truth about needing the security system? Because even Andrew, real Andrew's like, that sounds not right. No, horrible fail. I mean, granted, I needed a 24 or lower anyway, but
Shepard will roll an inquiry as well.
my fellowship is not good.
That's a 9.
He seems to be very excited about the idea of you turning the security system back on.
And this is Shepard's talking to Mel about turning it back on, and as it sounds like he's it's possible to turn it back on, he's looking at Atrus, and I assume his face is yes.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's trying to keep it, but you can read.
But I
You're
can read
good enough
through
at
it.
reading him. Yeah.
You know what, Mello? Hold off on that for one moment. Shepard hangs up and fires a last pistol shot into the table that he's sitting at, right in front of him.
Ah!
Could you stop fucking around, Atrus, and just get us what we need? I know the security system is not what's keeping you from contacting your soldiers.
I will have you know that it is exactly what is keeping me from contacting my soldiers. There are just other things that would happen if the security system.
Yes,
turned back
I
on.
can imagine, and I assume they would all be bad for all of us, so...
No, mostly just my escape pod.
Right. Anyways, where is that escape pod, by the way?
Yeah, that's none of your business.
I mean, I feel like it's a little bit my business.
I rest my thunder maul on his shoulder. You sure about that?
I do one more radio back to Inquisitor Tomoa.
You can't get in touch with Tomoa. She's way far away. She's not even on board the rogue trader ship that brought you over here.
Listen, Atrus. Clearly we want to... What is that individual's name?
Jay.
Jay. We would like you to return his soul to us. So if you could slide that here, we might think about letting you go.
Really?
Maybe.
Because it seems to me that if I give you Jay's soul back, you'll kill me immediately.
I mean, you're assuming I'm not just going to take it off of you. I'm just giving you the
It's
option.
a lot easier to get a soul off of a corpse. What I'm not confident about is how are we going to put that soul back into another body?
Well, I mean, he has a lab here. I'm sure I can figure it out.
You're sure you can figure out how to get a soul back into a person's body?
I mean, how difficult can it be?
Probably very difficult. just a guess.
So you're basically saying you're not willing to give up the necklace to me right now to save your life.
If I give you the necklace, will you let me go?
I immediately smash his skull in.
Okay. Roll damage.
It's 13 energy damage with 8 pen.
8 pen's pretty good.
Okay, 13, huh? Okay.
That's what I was asking, if I could do non-lethal damage. You know, just the off switch on every person. Everybody has that.
Nobody has that. The sleep button.
And that's energy when you're hitting with the Thunderhammer?
Yep. And I want to be clear, I'm doing it in like a sideways motion, like a baseball bat, to essentially just take the head off the shoulders.
In a gruesome display, the flesh is burned from the target's head, exposing charred bone and muscle underneath. The target suffers 1d10 levels of fatigue, 6 levels of fatigue. He is blinded permanently.
Oh, God. He's alive.
His roll 1d10, that is his new fellowship value. His new fellowship characteristic is 2. If his fellowship is already 10 or lower, that could be skipped, as no one would notice any difference. No. So he is blind. His fellowship is now 2, and he's about dead. But because you did not kill him, he smashes a button on his desk on the computer display, and an alarm starts ringing out throughout the entire station.
So an alarm starts ringing out. Shepard points his last pistol at his head, A++, and pulls the trigger. And I assume I can shoot for it. Let's shoot for it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my last fate point.
Well,
no, I have 2 guns. Fires once, he dodges out of the way, he hits the button. Second pistol, that's a 92. How is that possible? Fate point, how can I roll 2 90s in a row? That's a 30. So last one, I assume, unless he has a lot of health left.
No, one more critical damage and he's dead.
So he fires once, he dodges, hits the alarm, and Shepard pulls the trigger and blows his brains out. As he sees that he's his head slouches down and dead, Shepard says, "Contract fulfilled," and slides the guns back under his cloak.
No, you should probably keep those out.
Well, I know there's an alarm, but I run a lot easier when I don't have holding guns in my hands.
I think you were just trying to look cool.
It
that's why you
was
said
cool. Let's admit it was
contract
cool.
fulfilled.
Hey guys, there's more of them now. They're coming out of stasis pods or something. There's maybe 100 of them. We're not going to be able to survive. There's too many of them.
Fall back immediately.
All right, we've got to get out of here.
Got to get this first, and I grab the soul stone. Gently just pick up the necklace and put it on myself, essentially, and got you, buddy.
All right, I think there's an escape pod, right? That's what he said.
While you're saying that, in the middle of you saying that, I'm already sitting down at his computer and attempting to break in.
It's not locked up. He doesn't. It was open and ready to go.
Well, can I roll a techies check to see if there's some emergency way to shut things down, or is that
you can try. It's a fail-safe sort of thing. The answer's probably going to be no.
What if I roll a 1?
You know what? If you roll a 1.
And the one time he needed to roll a 1.
It was not a 1.
I know, I saw that, I was like, oh my god, is that a 1? No, it's a 10.
It's a 10.
That still would have been amazing.
I saw the 1, and I was like...
You now have master control of the station.
Once you're getting onto the computer here, it looks like they're activating every single one of these weird clone things. Replicae, I guess is what you call them. There's about 100 of them activated.
Jesus.
There are no humans left on the station, or at least normal humans that work for Atrus. Those are the humans that came with you. And now they're not only attacking the force that was going after the barracks, they're now going after Melotiran. The whole thing is... Guys, this doesn't look good.
All right, so Atrus mentions escape pods. What about those?
Oh, okay. So there's 3 escape pods. There's one in the lab. There's one in the guest quarters, and there's one in this room.
Perfect. We can get out of that one.
Atrus shut down the one in this room right before he died.
God damn it.
Well, there's no way we can get to the other ones. It's like the big spoke thing. We have to get back to the landing zone.
Get to the shuttle, right?
Yeah, shuttle I think is the only way out.
All right, shuttle it is.
All right, so I get on the comms and I'm like, everybody fall back to the landing zone now. Forget what you're doing. Fall back to the landing zone.
Do you want me to set this thing to explode?
We don't have time. Get back to the landing zone now.
But if you can set it to explode, that's not a bad idea.
If you have time. It's essential to get back now.
Okay.
And as we're like running out the door, basically, Daniel, you're floating there. Shepard grabs Daniel. Listen, there's about 100 of these sons of bitches. If we're gonna have to deal with 100 stealth motherfuckers, I'm gonna reload this damn fire extinguisher.
Yes.
And so basically I grab Daniel. Daniel, turning you off.
Thanks for listening to this grimdark tale. It seems Andrew has finally gotten his vengeance against Atrus, but it seems the Inquisitor had one final card to play. Can our boys escape in time, or will this fortress become their tomb as well? Tune in next week, yes, next week, for the exciting finale. Special thanks to Daniel Fernandez for inserting his soul into a servo skull and helping these two as Game Master. I'll be chronicling one more episode of Dark Heresy next Wednesday. But what doth the future hold for August and beyond? Well, I don't want to spoil anything. Let's just say there may be a little less heresy and a lot more wrath and glory to come. And as always, if you want to get your wargaming fix, tune in to Roll to Seas every final Wednesday. If you'd like to download more episodes or check out other similar podcasts, head over to partiallock.com. There you might enjoy listening to Friday Night Quests, a podcast much like Dark Heresy, but set in the fantastical and equally hilarious world of Dungeons & Dragons. You may even recognize some familiar voices, such as Daniel Fernandez or even Jay Jones, along with many more ridiculous and wonderful characters. Definitely check it out. Also, you can email these morons any questions at rolltoseas@gmail.com. Of course, you can always follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Tumblr, all at Partial Lock. Thanks for listening, and don't forget to leave a rating and review on iTunes. You could win a fully functioning escape pod. How convenient! Goodbye.